So hey, it's Josh with Content Marketing Media, and pretty excited to share with you today how we finally figured out how to connect Clay to an AI workforce. I know it sounds really too good to be true, but we stumbled across Relevance AI, and we've been messing with it now for a few days, and we feel confident enough that it's something we want to use going forward. So let me show you how we built a workflow in Relevance, how we connected that to Clay, and then really just the power of combining these two because I think it's pretty game changing. We're going to be using it. I've seen a lot of different AI agent components. Obviously, OpenAI, Google, all of them will probably build their own. But what I like about this is just the ability to do something pretty affordable and do it in a way that it's relevant and meaningful. So let me get into relevance for a second, just give you an idea of the tool. You can build an AI agent team. From a pricing perspective, it's relatively affordable, right? You can run 150,000 runs for, it looks like, 600 bucks. I signed up for the team plan to start building out what I want to build out. And in this example, I'm going to just show you how we used a prospecting workflow. And so in this workflow, we're going to email Apple, do some lead enrichment, labeling, lead scoring, industry research, Google research, and website scraping. Now, to be fair, you can do all of these things in Clay, right? So this is not replacing Clay for us. What I want to highlight is that it works, it's functional. But the really cool aspect of relevance, right, is that you can add all kinds of different tools, right? So if you want to send a video to HeyGen, if you want to send a voice call to Bland, if you want to extract data from a PDF, call any large language model and do additional research. All kinds of marketing things, extract, transcripts from YouTube videos, set up different types of scrape from social media sites, analyze CSVs. All of these capabilities are built in, Airtable, etc. Right? So it has a significant amount of capabilities, not to mention if you want to go in and connect to an API to do anything else, all of that is there. And then you add in the aspect of autonomy, and you can tell this workflow what to do. You can have a team. You can build out the chart. I like this tool because it's very simple. Like, it's built for people like me who want to do a whole bunch of different things and build out an AI workforce, and it's functional, and I can connect it to Clay, which is my brain, which I can connect my replies to from instantly in my email campaigns, which I can do LinkedIn through, the growth machine. Clay will be my brain and my powerhouse, but having an AI workforce connected to that is just going to make it that much more powerful. So let me show you how I actually connected it to Clay. Built a pretty simple workflow. We got name, email, company name, website. We concatenate that just to make the API call quicker and easier. And then we go into making an API call. And I pulled my API out, because I'm going to share this. But simply, we drop the input into the API call. We make the call. We get back a job ID in the first call in the post, and then we retrieve that data, and this is running concurrently. So it's going through these steps, right? So let me get out of edit mode so you can see that. And so it goes through the steps, the lead enrichment, the lead scoring, the industry, Google, and website scraping. And it's going to give us this output. And a lot of that is controlled by how we prompt it. So if I go back here and use the agent, you can see, especially in the edit component, where I can prompt it. I prompt it with specific information about my business. I can go further in my prompting, which I did, and give it a whole bunch of, logic that helps it copy the way I want to write it. So I'm going to continue to improve on this, and if I use this agent, but more importantly, just understand you can connect it to an API, like I have a Clay, Zap, webhooks, all HubSpot, all kinds of capabilities to fire this off. And then even more importantly, you can set the autonomy of it, right? It can suggest replies, it can schedule future meetings. It is truly, I believe, an AI workforce, and I'll prove that out over time. I believe, and I've seen already in the tool, we can send videos automatically with HeyGen. We can make calls with Plan. If we can connect to an API, we can do it, right? So there's just an unlimited amount of potential. It's affordable, and it's pretty easy to build out, right? You just got to take the time to build it out the way you want to. So as I mentioned, we're going to retrieve it from Clay, and then we get our email, right? So this is probably not something I would send. I need to tweak this a little bit more, but it accomplished the concept of what I wanted to do, which is identify something significant for the company, get even further. I mean, if you know anything about Apple Vision Pro, it hasn't been out that long, so you know this is not old static information. This is not scraping one line of their YouTube because this is very detailed, though it's balanced with being short and sweet. And then we introduce what we can do at Content Marketing Media, crafting targeted content that aligns with what they do. So again, I can tweak all that. I can tweak my messaging. I can tweak the output, use different large language models like Cohere. I can, use versions of GPT as they get better. I can use different integrations, right? But the combination of Clay and Relevance is they're two similar type companies that are very progressive, that are affordable, and when you blend them together, each tool just gets that much more powerful, right? And the capabilities of this environment, specifically in Relevance, when combined with Clay, is having the ability just to build out all these different tools that then I can feed to Clay, that I can take my Clay data and feed to it. I showed you simple scoring, generic, generic opening email, but knowledge retrieval, training, image to text via GPT Vision, YouTube searches, YouTube transcripts, brand identities. These are all tools that are already here, connections to built with, etc. You can build your own tools and customize versions of this, right? And that's what makes this powerful because I envision a significant amount of leads for me being in Clay and then going out and doing things and then using real-time APIs to actually make things happen in real time, right? So a customer replies to one of our emails, we send them a video. We want to follow up, in a sequence in an email, then maybe we make an AI call. Maybe a customer calls us and then we schedule that with an AI voice and book to our Calendly. I mean, this thing already connects to Calendly, Zoom natively, but with an API you can kind of integrate, not kind of, but you can integrate almost everything, right? This is autonomy at scale, and that's why I like this tool. I love being able to bring it to Clay. Obviously, I'll share the workflow. I've removed my API keys, so you'll need to get one from Relevance if you want to connect it. But you can build this input out. It's just a simple formula, again, that brings that data together concatenated like you would do in Excel. And we've just taken some basic concepts here, basic identifiers, and proven through API that it can be done, right? But I would challenge you to kind of go out and build your own AI agents and connect them to Clay and just imagine what the power is when you can do that. I even saw you can build a custom enhancement to a GPT, right? So there's just all kinds of practical applications to this, but more importantly for us, it's about building a workforce and a workflow that conveys messages that are consistent, with what we want to convey about our brand, that are humanistic, that don't sound like AI, and that ultimately, respond to potential customers or customers in a timely manner. So really love the integration of this tool. I'm excited about integrating it with Clay because that's the backbone of our operation, and we'll get the workflow and the video out so that you can dive a little deeper. Thanks.